Hello everyone, it's me again and welcome back to Lessons of the History Review. Here in your favorite channel, which is the one, the only, the wife Steve, the Christ. And this is the History Review where we go back and visit history. So we've been looking at Roe v. Wade. Actually, we are done with Roe v. Wade. Wow, finally done with Roe v. Wade. Wow. Okay, we've been looking at Roe v. Wade. And now we're done with it. I think I did some justice on it. Um, uh, we looked at who is Roe, and we also looked at the how the lawsuit began and stuff. So we began with the summary, then we went into the case, people involved in the case, and then we went to the how the lawsuit began, what were the arguments given, what was the conclusion made, and stuff. So basically, I think I did some justice on Roe v. Wade. But if you have questions depending on Roe v. Wade, be free to contact me. Those who know me. um, so basically, what I'll be doing, I'll be moving on. As I said at the beginning of the update again, I did say that we'll be looking at history. And I wanted to first start with Roe v. Wade. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry out the pattern that I laid out with Roe v. Wade. So for today, we're going to look at the case that overturned Roe v. Wade. I did say in my summary that I made on Roe v. Wade that Roe v. Wade got overturned. Sorry, it got overturned um, last year. I did say that. I think I mentioned that on the summary that I made on Roe v. Wade. I did say that Roe got overturned and now that we don't have Roe, I think I did mention that a couple of times in the presentation that I made that I've been making that don't have Roe right now, which is a fundamental constitutional right that gave the fundamental constitutional right to an abortion. We don't currently have that. So today we want to look at the road to that journey that took up Roe v. Wade. So we'll be looking at the case responsible for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. So let's get to it. Um, so the case that was responsible for the overturning of Roe v. Wade was Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization. It's a little bit hard for me to pronounce the Jackson's Women's Health Organization. It's a long word. So what I want to do, I'm going to use a more shorter version. Instead of saying Jackson's Women's Health Organization, I'm going to say JWHO, which basically stands for Jackson's Women's Health Organization. Because Jackson's Women's Health Organization is a very long word, and I'm used to saying Roe v. Wade, simple. But this one is very long. Anyway, um, Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization, JWHO, was a legal decision in which the United States Supreme Court in June 24, 2022, last year, overturned two historical Supreme Court rulings, which is Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey. Well, we haven't looked at Planned Parenthood versus Casey, and I'm planning to do that on other episodes that I'll be doing, but not now. But what Planned Parenthood versus Casey essentially did was to reaffirm a constitutional right to obtain abortion. So what it did, it reaffirmed Roe v. Wade. So Planned Parenthood versus Casey and Roe v. Wade had respectively established and reaffirmed a constitutional right to obtain abortion. So what Roe it established the constitutional right to obtain an abortion, and Casey versus Planned Parenthood versus Casey, what it did, it reaffirmed the constitutional right to obtain abortion. But what Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization um, did was to specifically overturn Roe v. Wade, which recognized a constitutional right to obtain abortion. approximately um, at the end of the second trimester of the pregnancy. We talked about that the last time, that this decision, the Roe v. Wade decision, the Supreme Court, what they did is they divided pregnancy to three trimesters. So what Roe v. Wade did, it gave women a constitutional right to obtain abortion before the end of the second trimester. Because I told you that in the third trimester, what they did, they say that can the court can restrict, can oppose restrictions and stuff. Anyway, on June 24, 2022, the US Supreme Court accepted the state's intervention and overturned Roe, eliminating the fundamental constitutional right to an abortion, taking away a constitutional right that was available for nearly 50 years. And this marked the first time in history that the Supreme Court has taken away a fundamental right. And I think this was just the beginning. Um, so Dobbs drew national attention because effectively enabled states to impose dramatic restrictions on the availability on abortion and even to ban it completely. So what it did, Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization, what it did, as I said, it drew national attention and um, it was it gave states to dramatically impose restrictions on abortion and to completely burn it. So what I'll do next time when we come again, we're gonna look at Dobbs versus Jackson's Women's Health Organization and look at how it began, what were the arguments given, and we're gonna like look at the way we looked at Roe, but the difference is we won't be looking at the personal individuals in the case like we did with Roe, but we're gonna look at just it as a whole, what the arguments given, um, the arguments given, how did it get to court, and whether the decision made, what was the decision made. So what that is what we'll be looking at next time. Um, So that's enough for today. Thank you again for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.